What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below, as usual. This one is entitled Reasons Black Men Ignore Black Women. This is real things. I don't even want to talk about stuff like this. You see, I've gotten away from, you know, y'all just don't want to talk about stuff like this, but got to right now. First and foremost, for all the complaints that our women have, because we know they won't take responsibility for their part in these situations, we know these situations will continue. So what wind up happening at this particular point is we just ignore our women because we know they're going to basically destroy themselves. And until they destroy themselves, they won't listen to anybody else. So we got to let y'all just throw yourselves under the bus. And some of y'all don't get it. And some of y'all might be offended by me saying this, but that's basically what's been happening for the minute. That's what that wall of silence thing is. You know, that's why you see guys who don't necessarily address black women or women in general anymore. That's part of MGTOW and IDMOR and all these other things, because everything that you ladies have already expressed that your issues and grievances and gripes with men are, and black men in particular, we've already explained to you and showed you and took you by the hand and led you to the water, but we can't make you drink. And when you're dying of thirst and you fall into the lake and it forces you to drink, then you'll figure it out, right? Then you go, oh, okay, this water is actually good for me, yeah. And what I mean by that is this: saying that, you know, these men don't lead. The problem with that argument is why brothers ignore you, because black men have led black women for years. But for years, black women have rebelled against black male leadership. And they wanted their own independence and they wanted to do their own thing and be completely separate from the black community. So like, okay, if you want this separation, these are the things that is going to happen when you get it. And these are the things you're going to have to deal with. And these are the things you're going to need to know and the tools you're going to have to be able to deal with these things. And black women are like, you can't tell me anything. You're just a man. You're just a black man. You're just beneath me. You don't know what you're talking about. And you go out there and you do what you thought was your thing and you take on the world and then it whips your ass. And then you turn around and you get mad and you say, what? These black men are not leading. They're not providing. They're not being the head of the household. And like, you rebelled against all of that to go out on your own. And now you're mad because you didn't succeed when I told you all of the pitfalls, all of the things that you got to watch out for, all the adversities you'll face, all the ways to face the adversity. And you had the whole blueprint of what to do, gave you the whole blueprint. You said it was worthless because I'm a black man and I gave it to you. And then guess what? When all the information was at your disposal and you actually got black men to help you along the way and you still failed, you're not taking responsibility for your part in that. So guys, like, you know what? Whatever. When it comes to your own looks, we told y'all, you don't have to keep trying to look like white chicks. So you don't have to keep perming your hair. You don't have to keep wearing them weaves. It's gonna mess up your hair. You're gonna wind up being bald headed. That's not a protective style. You know, it makes you look like you're insecure. People are gonna take advantage of you because they're taking advantage of your lack of security and your lack of confidence, and they're gonna use you up because you're not being true to yourself, and everybody can see it. And no, we don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. I'm just switching up my style, and I'm just being different, and I'm wearing this blonde hair, and just because it makes me feel special and feel pretty. But you're not trying to be a white chick, right? And then everybody plays on your insecurities and your lack of confidence, and even feminism plays on the fact that you want to be a white woman, because guess what? You constantly culturally appropriate whiteness and white womanhood, and then you get played and you look around. It's because you men are powerless and you men did this. No, it's not. But you gotta fall on your face to get it. And then I'm team natural. Oh, why? I love myself. Oh, okay. So when you truly begin to love yourself, you're gonna truly take a glance back at yourself when you were actually self-hating, and you're gonna see that self-hate actually blocked a lot of different blessings from a lot of different directions that didn't just have to do with looks, and people took advantage of those things. But black men can't tell you this stuff. That's why we ignore it. You like, you don't want to hear it. You just want to get smacked in the face with reality when you don't have to. Fine. We said the same thing about not just the civil rights movement, but the parenting aspect of I don't need a man. The state is my man. I'm the mother and the father. I can do this all by myself. If you go out there and do that, not only are you going to create a rift with the men and have that and it's going to mess up the community, because we're not going to grow properly. It's going to affect the relationships between the children when they become men and women, and they won't be able to interact with each other properly, and and dysfunction is gonna look like the norm, and we're gonna have a huge dysfunctional community, and you're gonna have issues of loneliness and lesbianism, just like Sherazad Ali said back in the 80s, and dysfunctional men and women, that people are gonna look back at you women and say, that's because y'all chose to quote unquote be the backbone of the community and not need no man, and you're gonna wind up having a horrible life because of this. Oh no, we are women, hear us roar. All the single ladies, listening to a married woman tell you that. But no, you ain't want to hear that. And then when reality slaps you in the face again, you men, it's you men, you didn't provide, you didn't lead. Then when it comes to the provision part of it, you need to be with the guys who are the builders of the community. You need to be with the guys who are actually making a decent living, an honest living. You need to stop being around people who get their finances in an ill-gotten way, because that's not reliable, that's not stable, that's not responsible. And if you get involved in dealing with irresponsible, unstable men and you think that's exciting, it's going to affect your life, and you're going to be left out in the cold because you want to have fun. But can't tell you ladies nothing, right? Can't leave. We don't want to date him. He boring. He lame. He just got a good job and he just go to work and come home and he just save money and he got a 401k. I want to have some fun. He fine. Okay. He don't take care of his kids and he's not responsible, and I need a man like you, who goes to work and comes home and just wants to be with his woman and wants to be faithful. And I don't understand why you can't take care of me and all of these kids. That's why we like, okay. You can't say black men shouldn't date interracially on one end, and they go, ooh, she got a white man. That contradiction is going to create a bigger problem, right? Because if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. No, y'all actively trying to date these other women. We're not having Oprah. You get a white girl. You get a white girl. You get a white girl. We're not doing that shit. Y'all the ones keep throwing these crazy fits about interracial dating. Like, yay, yeah, they love us. Stupid. But when you tell y'all, unfortunately, when it comes to the even with the colorism thing, black men don't like black women. And we keep telling y'all that's nonsense. This is why we ignore y'all. You ask a black man about his top 10 crushes, they're gonna be different colors and different shapes. But they're gonna have different facial features. But they all gonna be fine. But here's the problem. The dark women say, guys don't love us, don't show us no love because we dark. But the dark women don't say, dark brothers tell you this all the time. Dark-skinned women don't like dark-skinned men because they don't want to have dark-skinned babies. But then they want to say, it's because they're dark-skinned that dark-skinned men don't like them. It's like, nah. And then you walk around and then you say, we need to, and I know they're going to use this for a Chrissy debate, but this ain't about Chrissy, but I'm just going to put it out there. If you want to be dark-skinned and want to promote dark-skinned beauty, and then, but you don't promote dark-skinned couples, and it's okay for a dark-skinned woman to date a light-skinned guy or a non-black guy because that's what it's about. There will be no more dark-skinned beauty because guess what? You don't want to procreate with dark-skinned men. Dark-skinned men been saying this for years. They're like, y'all don't like us like that. That's why you see light-skinned people with dark-skinned people and dark-skinned people with light-skinned people, men and women, blah, 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 because a lot of times people don't want to, this the thing about the colorism, right? Same thing with the biracial thing. This is why the men ignore the women. Because 1 minute, Meghan Markle ain't black enough. And her types ain't black enough. The next minute, black woman is marrying a prince. Y'all do this over and over and over again. It's like, you know what? And then when the blackamoor thing happens, we like, what do y'all want? I mean, obviously, you getting, we tell you the same thing about you can't be ahead of your men or undercutting your men with building the community or being successful. No, but we getting our education. Get your education, sweetheart. No big deal. But if you're gonna get your education by trying to undercut a black male, I'm gonna get in from affirmative action and make sure you can't get in. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna get a job because I'm black and a woman. I'm gonna make sure you can't get hired. Ha 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 ha. And you realize after a while you ain't gonna have no men to choose from because you keep undercutting the men you're looking for, right? Or they're gonna go create for themselves and they won't be around you because they feel like you just like cutting their throats. So you realize it's creating a beef. No, it's not. This is not a big deal. And then you walk around looking around. Where are the good men? Where are the men who are producers and providers and the ones who are go-getters? They ain't hang around you because they know your type. But that's why we ignore y'all, because it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, y'all just want to basically self-destruct by all of your actions. And then unfortunately, the bottom line kicker of this is, as a group, in some ways y'all saying to us, well, we so out of control. If you were men, you would, once again, you can handle our strongness and grab us and make us be, submissive and women again, and then we'll act right. It's like, you know what? Maybe you just can't accept you out of your mind. And you being combative is dysfunctional, and wanting me to wrestle you into functionality again. And then you'll do it. Makes us, that's a turn off. No, we're not doing that, because at some point you're gonna have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and then maybe we'll talk. This is why brothers just ignore sisters, because now we're letting y'all just see what y'all are like with y'all own group. Because you see, there's a lot of sisters out here, you know, when y'all to get together and y'all together and y'all congregate and converse, y'all starting to see how y'all mindset is really detrimental to each other also. And now y'all seeing what black men are talking about. So we ignoring y'all. We letting y'all go do y'all thing, because y'all gonna see what it is to be around y'all. And then y'all gonna realize, yeah, now we see the problem. So that's why we're not really trying to beef with y'all. Be like, you know what? Just go do you. Just go do you. Absent of all black men, so we can't be blamed for anything. And we're gonna let you gonna do your thing. No protection, no provision. Go get them, girl. Go, baby. And you're gonna do it with your whole female team, and then you gonna see. And this is why there's a lot of things happening without black men around and being involved that you can't blame black men for, because you interjected yourselves into these situations. So I'm just saying, I'm out.